Welcome back to In Focus Kentucky. On this episode, we're focusing on Kentucky's Poor People's Campaign, which is a part of a national effort to call for new programs to help Americans who live in poverty. And joining me now to discuss how the group Kentuckians for the Commonwealth is lending a hand to the Poor People's Campaign is Tri-Chair Tana Fogel. Thanks so much for joining us here on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Aronson.
Absolutely, and for the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, the mission statement says that your group is looking for a new balance of power and just society. So explain what that means.
So our new balance is to continue to be inclusive of every citizen in the state of Kentucky, and we're actually stepping out. When I was hired as an organizer apprentice about 12 months ago, Kentuckians for the Commonwealth took a new dive to see how we could engage congregations into our work. And so my charge, as I came on board, was to go out and recruit and tell our story and see if we could get more people to come and join Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, or just to educate on some of the issues that we work with. It fell right down my alley. I was excited that Kentuckians for the Commonwealth was taking a new turn and including other congregations around Kentucky. And so the Poor People's Campaign, our CEO, Executive Director Burt Lauderdale, is actually friends with Reverend William Barber. And when the Poor People's Campaign was put on the table, he pretty much said, I got the right person to join this campaign. And so Kentuckians for the Commonwealth is a 37-year-old grassroots organization. Well, we're getting ready to turn 37, we're 36. And so we're excited about that. Most organizations, they don't last that long. And so it originally started up in eastern Kentucky in the coal mines, and people were taking people's property, and that's how Kentuckians for the Commonwealth got started. And so I'm excited to be a part of a tri-chair, which Reverend Don Gillette, who just spoke with you, we are co-chairs here in Central Kentucky, Northern Kentucky, and Eastern Kentucky. But we have two other tri-chairs, and that's Pam McMichael. She takes care of the Louisville area toward Owensboro, and Reverend Megan Houston, who takes care of Bowling Green and Paducah. So we cover the whole entire state.
And speaking of that, so as the Poor People's Campaign, they've traveled back and forth to Frankfort for the different rallies and protests that were happening. Your organization has lent some staff to actually help kind of put these rallies on, correct?
Yes, sir, we have. So back to our executive director, we have a steering committee, and nothing is done without taking it to the steering committee, and then they vote on it. My supervisor, who is Jessica Hayes, we get in staff meetings and we decide who is going to Frankfort, who's not. Well, when the call went out to the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for more revival, just about every staff member across the state wanted to be a part of this. And so I am so excited that the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth has lent not only staff, but our membership has organized itself. We provide rides, whatever is needed to get to Frankfort, and we really have shown up in a big way.
Now, since you've been with the group for about a year now, have you seen some positive changes within the state thanks to the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, the work that you are doing?
Well, I don't really know what you mean about positive changes. We couldn't get into that capital, and that definitely is not positive. I've been with the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth as a member for 15 years, and I've been hard on for about a year. So I've watched it grow. I got to the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth because I'm a formerly felon that was incarcerated. I'm also a graduate from the University of Kentucky and a former University of Kentucky ball player. And so my issues is how I got to the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth. And then the poor people's issues ties straight in to what the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth grassroots organization issues are. And so the systemic racism, the war economy, ecological devastation, mass incarceration, voter suppression, all of that fell right in line with what Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, what we do on a daily basis.
And for people that want to become a member of the organization or just contact you all, what's the best way to do that?
The best way to do that is just to go to www.kftc, and that stands for Kentuckians for the Commonwealth.org.
Well, Tanya, Tana, thanks so much for joining us here on In Focus Kentucky and talking about the work that you've been doing with this organization.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, coming up, we'll speak with a Kentucky state representative that has supported the Poor People's Campaign and has urged other elected officials to speak out on this issue as well. Stay with us. You're watching In Focus Kentucky.